Ziggy's Gift is the latest Christmas themed short animation film that I've watched where I had no idea about the context. And this has kind of gone both ways with these. Sometimes I've watched one where I've had no context and I've really enjoyed it. Sometimes I've had no context and it's been hard to follow. So I wasn't sure what to expect from this one. But despite the fact I had no prior knowledge about who Ziggy was, and I will talk a bit about who Ziggy is in a moment in case you're in the same position, I'd say it worked out pretty well. It wasn't fabulous. I don't rate it as highly as some people. It's got 8 out of 10 on IMDb, although that is only across 315 reviews and ratings, which is not a tremendous amount. But I thought it was quite sweet. Has it made me want to explore Ziggy as a character more? Actually, a little bit. This was released originally in 1982, directed by Richard Williams, and it's based on the story by Jim Andrews and Tom Wilson. Ziggy is actually a comic book character, and one of the reasons why I wanted to watch this, I became aware of it when I was looking at things on Letterboxd, and the character of Ziggy looked really fascinating. There's something about the way he is designed. He's this kind of short, squat individual with quite a prominent round nose and a really lovely smile as well. And I just thought there was something about the way he looked that was really fascinating. And as a result, I decided to watch this, and I'm really glad that I did. It started off quite slowly, and I think maybe towards the end I lost a bit of interest. But for the most part, I'd say maybe 20 of the 25 minutes that this runs for, I enjoyed. I'll read a description from IMDb, as this is what I had going into it. This is the knowledge that I had. And having now watched it, I don't think it spoils anything at all, but sums it up quite well. And it says, Ziggy gets a job to be a street Santa on Christmas Eve from a crooked boss, but the magic of the season allows the lovable loser to do more good than anyone expects. Ziggy being called a loser, I don't know if that's kind of a running theme, if that is how he is viewed in the comics. I never really saw him as a loser from my first time viewing him perspective, but I did see him as maybe somebody who needs to gain more confidence, who needs to speak up for himself more, who needs to not be stood on by the big bosses in the world. But Ziggy does, as the description suggested, do things that people weren't expecting and show sides to his personality that were admirable and an absolute delight to watch. And there are these criminals who are posing as these street Santas. Obviously, I imagine this is a big issue at Christmas time. I've never really looked into the stats for it, but if somebody is standing on a street corner wearing a Santa costume with a charity bucket in December, you don't really question it. You just assume it's a charitable cause and give money, and I imagine that that's a big issue, actually. This is something we see here with criminals, but Ziggy has a very different outlook and a different interpretation of what this job should be. And I really enjoyed that. It is, I'm never the biggest fan of Christmas cartoons or films that have a more criminal side to them. But I think it worked very well. The cat in it is absolutely adorable. I don't know if the cat is a recurring character. I also don't know who provided the meows, but I do know that Frank Welker, the brilliant Frank Welker, provided the voice of Ziggy's dog, who is also very cute. He's this adorable little white dog, and I love the way he's animated. I really did thoroughly enjoy the animation design of this. The narrative, as I said, it was relatively interesting, but it was a bit slow to start, and it also was kind of slow towards the end. But not terrible. If you're looking for a slightly quirky Christmas animation that's a lot of fun, very sweet, and with a really likeable character, with a great animation style as well, Ziggy's Gift is a good one to go with. If you're familiar with the character of Ziggy, feel free to share some information about the character, or if there are any other Ziggy films that you recommend. I haven't looked into that yet, but it wouldn't surprise me if there are more. This did win. It won a Primetime Emmy for the Outstanding Animated Program in 1983. Not surprised, it is enjoyable, it's very cute. If you haven't seen it and you like festive animation with a nice moral and really great protagonist, Ziggy's Gift is definitely worth watching.